In the top stories, 8 men recognized for their contribution to the nation at International Men's Day ceremony. St. Kitts Diabetes Association hosts Walk for Diabetes event, and 2 small business owners thankful for police sponsorship. We'll be right back with the details after this.
Mosoka, 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 mosoka.
What you gonna do when the rain is coming down? Nothing more to do when there's no one else around. Bring it back to the middle, push, take it back to the rhythm. Keep it up for good when the sky's falling down. All you gotta do is to bring it to the ground. Hit it up to your inner move, stop, start, down. Nobody can get what you're going through.
Want to get away? Now you can.
Stop standing in long ATM lines to withdraw cash. Use your national debit or black cards to complete a wide variety of transactions at supermarkets, variety stores, gas stations, pharmacies, and more. Shop online at the most popular websites and stores for quality brands using your national debit or black cards. And take back your time to enjoy all the things that you love to do. Remember, instead of waiting in long ATM lines to withdraw cash, use your national bank cards today.
National Bank, always here.
Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Major Newscast. I'm Jason Davis. 8 men were recognized as positive role models and awarded for their outstanding contributions to St. Kitts and Nevis at a ceremony on Friday organized by the Ministry of Gender Affairs in celebration of International Men's Day. International Men's Day is observed annually on November 19. The awardees were Rodney Brown, recognized for entrepreneurship and small business development, Elmo Burke for first response, Ricardo Richards for environment and sanitation, Clive Saunders for community service and activism, and Sylvester Huggins for creative economy and cultural arts. The Prime Minister's Man of the Year award was awarded to cricket icon Elcomido Willett. His daughter accepted on his behalf. The Director's Men of Valor award went to Jarek Crossley, while the Legacy award was received by Leroy Willett. Director of Gender Affairs Virgil Jeffers said Friday's ceremony reaffirms the nation's gratitude. Cabinet officials attending the ceremony included Prime Minister the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, Junior Minister responsible for Gender Affairs the Honorable Iseline Phillip, and Cabinet Secretary Dr. Marcus Natta. Prime Minister Drew made a toast to the awardees, and he cited the local theme for the men's celebration, which is gender equality, the role of men and boys in building and maintaining positive relations, and stressed the value of positive males. Now, we apologize for not being able to bring you that clip, but the Prime Minister also singled out sanitation worker Ricardo Richards and commended his service to the country as a whole and to elderly persons in his community. Dr. Drew also extended special commendation to Jarek Crossley, whose volunteer service to humanity extended to a stint in Nairobi, Kenya. In saluting the men and boys across St. Kitts and Nevis and the world at large, Dr. Drew said, quote, "You're never forgotten. We do appreciate you," end quote. He then led the audience in 3 cheers to all males. The St. Kitts Diabetes Association wrapped up its week of activities on Saturday with its annual Walk for Diabetes. Dozens of persons turned out to support the event, and representatives of the St. Kitts Nevis Anguilla National Bank with the board chair, Carol Body, were also on hand to show support to this venture. They've been the main sponsor for the 2nd year in a row. According to the association's PRO, Dr. Reginald O'Loughlin, the group appreciates this support and, quote, "We appeal to the members of our community to come on board and lend a hand to an entity that's attempting to make the life of persons living with this illness more comfortable," end quote. At the end of the walk, a raffle took place from among the participants and various prizes were presented to the winners. Dr. O'Loughlin encouraged the public to, quote, "keep the issues surrounding diabetes in our hearts and minds and help us as an association to take the die out of diabetes," end quote. In other news, 2 small business operators from the Stapleton area are thankful to the police officers at the police station for making a tangible contribution to their personal development and for showing an interest in their business operations. Sergeant Charmaine Audain, who oversees the operations at the Stapleton police station, said that as the officers there continue to foster an interactive relationship between the police and the community, they thought it would be helpful to sponsor 2 small business owners in the district. The officers gathered funds to cover the cost for Chanel Bass, the owner of J&N Snacket, and Jermaine Brooks, the owner of All Bees Enterprise, to attend the Ultimate Vision Board seminar that was recently hosted by the Jenkins Leadership Course cohort at the Clarence Fitzroy Brand College. Sergeant Audain explained, quote, "This is to show the businesses that we don't only care about the security of their business, but also their growth, and making sure that this initiative will also help them in all areas of their life," end quote. Ms. Brooks described the course as a good experience, adding that it was the first time she had ever attended a training session of any sort. Ms. Bass said she made the sacrifice and decided not to open her small business that day so she could attend. During their daily and nightly patrols, the police officers check on businesses in the district and regularly interact with business operators. Coming up after the break, we'll have another look at some of the stories from the past week. Stay tuned.
Fresh Look Paint and Tiles sale. Give your home a fresh look with a fresh coat of paint and a fresh set of tiles. From Horswood's Building and Nevis Center's 25% off Fresh Look Paint and Tiles sales event. Yes, come to Horswood's Building and Nevis Centers today and get fresh savings of 25% off all paints and tiles store-wide. Come and give your home a fresh new look with fresh savings and fresh new colors. Fresh new piles of tiles in all styles with a fresh 25% off store-wide on all paints and tiles at Horswood's Building and Nevis Center. Give your home a fresh start with a fresh new look with fresh new colors, fresh new piles of tiles in all styles, and fresh quality paint at Horswood's Building and Nevis Center. Fresh Look 25% off paints and tiles sales event. See store for details.
Look on people. Yeah. What's up, my keep? What's up, my keep? What's up, my keep? What's up, my keep? Everybody, do what? Take over. Drop. Take over. Do. Take over. Drop. Take over. Everybody, spend out. We are the attack, I tell you. Spend
you should be here.
Listen!
You should be here.
You should be here.
You should be here.
What if Carnival sail on the ark again?
You should be here.
We want back with Carnival.
You should be here.
One thing for sure. We need that.
The Citizenship by Investment Program and measures to improve the standard of living were among the topics discussed when Prime Minister, the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, and his cabinet of ministers addressed the public at a press conference on Tuesday at the Marriott Resort. More in this report.
The press conference aimed to highlight the achievements of the new administration's first 100 days in office. The head table included Deputy Prime Minister Honorable Dr. Jeffrey Hanley, Attorney General Honorable Gath Wilkin, Minister of Tourism Honorable Masha Henderson, Minister of Agriculture Honorable Samuel Duggins, and Senator Iseline Phillip. Regarding the Citizenship by Investment Program, Prime Minister Drew said while it has been successful, the CBI has come under scrutiny and criticism. He noted that the government is working to strengthen the CBI and outlined steps to be taken.
There will be much stronger oversight and leadership in the CBI unit. Your government is implementing strengthened legislative and administrative structures to ensure that real estate projects funded by the CBI program are completed. To this end, we are seeking trusted investors who see the potential of our nation to put capital behind creative and strong projects that will enhance our offering. Under new leadership, the CBI program will be administered in such a way that all stakeholders can have an equal opportunity to benefit and priority needs will be addressed.
Regarding ways to improve the lives of the people, the Prime Minister also announced that 3 reduced VAT days have been approved in the coming weeks.
As we navigate life after the pandemic, we continue to roll out our COVID-19 recovery plan initiatives. In this regard, and following consultations with the Ministry of Finance and others, the Cabinet has approved discounted VAT rate days on Friday, November 25th. In this initial one, vehicles will not be included, and Friday, December 16th, and Saturday, December 17th, which will include vehicles.
The Prime Minister also confirmed a double salary for civil servants to be paid next week.
I am therefore pleased to announce that after careful deliberation, an extra payment of 1 month's salary, or what is termed double salary, will be paid on Tuesday, November 22nd, 2022. It just so happened that it is my birthday. So that means I can ask for a lot of drinks. To all civil servants, so paid to all civil servants and government auxiliary employees of St. Kitts and Nevis and the Nevis Island Administration, including pensioners and step workers.
The press conference was carried live on ZIZ radio, television, and social media pages.
ZIZ Broadcasting Corporation received the Steward of Carnival Award at the recently held Sugar Mass Awards. Here's more. The Steward of Carnival Award is given to individuals and entities for consistent and exemplary assistance to the production and promotion of National Carnival. Acting General Manager of ZIZ Broadcasting Corporation, Veer Galloway, spoke with host of Carnival Buzz, Scotticia Hendrickson, about how the media house has contributed to Carnival over the years.
61 years is a lot of years. Carnival is 51 years. So we've contributed in many, many ways. We've gave them ideas of certain things that they can do. We also promote the Calypsonians and the Carnival Queens on various shows that we had during the Carnival. We also brought the shows live for people in the diaspora could see. And ZIZ played an integral part in Carnival. And not only then, but still we are making that contribution to Carnival.
Meanwhile, the Carnival Committee has described the Sugar Mass Awards as a success. Held on Saturday night at the Marriott Resort, the awards honored persons and groups who have contributed significantly to Carnival over the years. In delivering brief remarks, Minister responsible for Carnival, the Honourable Samuel Duggins, spoke of the impact Carnival has had on national development, particularly the economy.
As a result of Carnival, they are far-reaching and tremendous. Considering the vendors hotels, the bars, the restaurant, the taxi men, and all of our creatives. It is this time of year when our overseas nationals all come home in large numbers and inject much needed foreign currency into our economy. And I do believe that with the new addition to the committee of a representative from the St. Kitts Tourism Authority, whose intention is to drive the international marketing of Carnival, I am sure that we will undoubtedly rebound to even greater economic gains.
The awards were presented in various categories. Among them was the Gold Standard. That award provides special recognition to an individual who has rendered meritorious service to National Carnival on a continual basis throughout his or her lifetime and at various levels. The award was presented to Elston Elimat Nero, Claudette Polly Manchester, Derek V. Freights, Stanley Franks Jr., and Agnes Skerrett. Other recipients of the Steward of Carnival Award alongside ZIZ were Sidney Osborne, Dr. Vernon Vera, Rudy Morton, Alistair Williams, Clement Monarch O'Garrow, Sylvester Anthony, Noah Mills, Cynthia Hull, Antonio Abernathy Liberd, Leona Warner Matthew, Osdell Scotty Hanley, Cara Brewery St. Kitts and Nevis Limited, and Anthony Eibel. Jason Davis for ZIZ News. ZIZ Broadcasting Corporation's YouTube page hit a historic milestone on Thursday by hitting 10,000 subscribers. Here's more.
The YouTube page ZIZ Online is one arm of ZIZ's digital presence, and production and social media coordinator Bevan Wilkinson said amassing 10,000 subscribers is a significant achievement.
ZIZ has been going through a transition from traditional media to more new media, and in 2019 we started a digital transformation and we had some investments made. After those investments were made in 2019, in 2020, as we all know, COVID passed around, and a lot of things that weren't necessarily broadcasted or put on social media ended up being on social media. Unfortunately, ZIZ was very much involved in that, and I think that really helped to boost our subscriptions. Also, over the last 2 years, we have also really increased the amount of content that we put out on social media. So literally any chance that we got, we would go out and stream and broadcast on YouTube and Facebook, and of course on our website and on TV, any chance we got.
He said there are areas for ZIZ to do more online, but that requires significant investment.
ZIZ's online presence has a long way to go. ZIZ needs some investments, and I think after those investments are made, we will be able to spread our wings more. We'll be able to create more content on our own. We'll be able to get more staff that could facilitate the creation of this content, and I think it's looking up. If we can get investments and get more eyes in and more sponsors and advertisers in, I think ZIZ can only go up from here.
ZIZ Online's digital presence includes our Facebook page, Twitter, and Instagram accounts, and our website www.zizonline.com.
After the break, Guyana taxi driver sues the state for violating his rights, and COP27 negotiators agree on funds